So the FaZe Clan have recently reset their entire roster, resulting in negative reactions all over social media. According to FaZe Banks, one of the many founders of FaZe, this move marked the start of a new era and essentially a clean slate. Many creators, notably Jev, gave their thoughts on the controversial move. It was good to hear from him specifically because he really doesn't speak on stuff like this. So the first two big moves of this new era were picking up streamers Plaqueboymax, who many of you are probably familiar with, and Silky, another solid streamer. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of people weren't happy with these moves in the comments, and people were saying that it was contradicting what Banks was saying when he was talking about going back to the roots of FaZe, and some people just wanted gamers on the team, just wanted them to sign gamers. Banks and Temper, another one of the many founders, addressed this whole new direction.
So you know how we're doing the blue Windows 95 in reboot screen? This is a deck that we made a year ago called the Reset, and this is when FaZe Rain, hate how I said that, but this is when Norden was still very much a part of these conversations and hadn't like officially left yet, whatever. We've been working on regaining any sense of control or authority or anything at this company for a long time, and that deck, like I said, was made a year ago. And everybody that you have an issue with is still left out. These decisions were made a year ago, just simply based off the fact that there's no genuine or authentic relationship that any one of the founders has with any of these people at the time. There was a time where Kitty and Dirty were, and they still are, just grandfathered in family, FaZe family. All four of the founders, by the way, totally in line with that vision of stripping down the roster and wiping the slate clean. Because we all know that magic that everyone craves to get back, that sense of New York FaZe house, old FaZe vibes. Surprise, by the way, it's never gonna fucking happen. Me, Rain, Tommy, Apex. Tommy just had a fucking kid. Everyone's doing their own thing. We're all, like you said, old. I'm over the content shit. I fucking jumped off this clout ship years ago. It's just never gonna ever be the exact same thing. But what we do know for certain, that part of that magic that we captured, that lightning in a bottle, was the fact that me, Rain, Tommy, Apex, Lucas, Tico, and Adapt were all best fucking friends. We all talked. Not only did we talk every day, we lived every day. We lived for each other every day. We had the same vision. We were on the same page, and we were actually fucking friends. Is the roster currently absolutely perfect? No. But as far as Max, we just recruited Max today. In my own personal life, I've talked to and hung out with Max more times in 2024 than I have anyone else in FaZe, apart from maybe definitely Tommy, Apex, and Rain, but maybe Adapt and Kason. And at the end of the day, I know that first step of establishing some sort of sense of camaraderie and friendship and just actually even talking to the people who share the name FaZe, that's what we have to figure out first.
And if we don't change the vision, if we stay the same, we're not gonna go anywhere. And that's why all these cuts have happened. That's why all these people had to go. We don't have many more shots at building FaZe anymore. We have one last shot. This is the last opportunity. You know, our backs are against the wall. This is the last shot we have at this, you know? And so we gotta do what's right for the brand. We gotta protect the brand at all costs. We gotta prioritize the brand instead of people's emotions, instead of people's, we can't just keep people because they wanna be a part of FaZe when they're not doing anything for the brand. You know what I mean? It sucks, but that's a part of life. Making these decisions, having these people cut, is a part of life. It's like you look at a sports organization. When the game changes, you need different players, right? The game has changed completely. We're not in 2010 anymore. We're not in 2012 anymore. We're not in 2016 anymore. It's a different time. And if we were to continue with the same structure that we had back then, we wouldn't last now whatsoever. You know, it's insane. The entire journey of this is incredible. It's been a very wild ride. One day we'll have a documentary about this.
It's crazy because what they're saying actually makes sense. Outside of not grandfathering in the OG members that played a part in helping you get this far, I have zero issues. Let me take you guys back to 2021, preferably around the time that Aiden Ross initially gained popularity. He trolled about the idea of joining FaZe, and he even stayed with Banks at the time. It's crazy because his impact on the streaming world at the time, on top of his friendship with Banks, made it seem believable.
I'm stoked, bro. I'm stoked. It's official. I officially joined FaZe. I'm in FaZe. How do you guys feel about that? Is that a W or L? They gave me this crazy ass chain, right? Give me this crazy ass chain and shit. How do you guys feel about that?
The reason I mention Aiden is because before Kai Cenat took over the streaming landscape, Aiden spearheaded a new movement that made it seem like streaming would be next up, and it definitely was. Now I know many of you are looking at the title and asking, where does YourRAGE fit into all this? Well, from what I'm hearing and seeing, he played a big part in these 2 new signings, and allegedly gained authoritative privileges when he joined FaZe about a year ago. Around late August 2023, FaZe signed YourRAGE with a nice announcement trailer, and since then he's carried the name pretty well. For years, YourRAGE has been a motivation for a lot of people in the WNL community, building friendships with notable creators like Kai and all of AMP, Flight Reacts, Aiden, and even Plaqueboymax, to name a few. This is what he had to say about the backlash from their recent moves.
If FaZe just took the quick scope in and doing all that shit, what happened to FaZe with the roots? Let's be honest. Whatever how falling off you think FaZe is now, it'd be even worse, my nigga. That shit gets no traction right now. I know it's not all about views, but it's about entertaining your viewers at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And niggas would be saying, if that was the case, damn, FaZe fell the fuck off. They still doing the same old shit. Get with the times, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about no sniping, bro. Yap. And if you don't do that, it's, what the fuck are they doing? They're selling out. Bro, why are they moving into content? Bro, what the There's no winning. There's no winning. And all those people fucking crying about sniping and shit, I understand. This shit is fun to me. But apparently other people don't fucking think so. Okay? You understand me? And you don't either, because you're in the comments fucking crying. Yeah, when's the last time you watched a fucking quickscope montage? You don't give a fuck about that shit. You're just a crybaby in the comments, my nigga. You don't care. Let's be fucking 100, my nigga. Stop fucking all that crying, nigga. You don't give a fuck about no fucking quickscope montages no more. Now, I want to change that low key, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. These OGs are old, my nigga. Their reaction time is dog shit. Yo, Apex, Adapt, Banks. Jeb, I don't give a fuck who. See me in the quick scopes. I get my FaZe squad, you get your FaZe squad, and what, nigga? What?
It seems like the new direction of FaZe is to get with the times, and it seems like streaming will be the norm for a good minute. YourRAGE is probably the best signing to reach another audience and open the door for others who make similar kinds of content. And I'm sure they'll sign some gaming creators down the line, but for right now, this is a solid roster. As far as the past, the trickshotting community has somewhat of a pulse, but it's sad to say that it's not what the majority wants to see. I think most of the people fell in love with the camaraderie and the brotherhood that came with all the content that they loved. When they went corporate, FaZe felt exactly how Banks and other members described it: soulless. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation in the comments. I feel like I should make a video because it's a lot of WNL creators, you know, being included in this, and we got Silky, we got Plaqueboymax, we got YourRAGE. It's just insane, and I'm happy for it, man. It's a new era, man. You know what I'm saying? And down the line, I just hope to see, you know, a lot of streamers and content creators just thrive and, you know, create their own orgs and go crazy. A lot of people from this community, you know what I'm saying, getting love and recognition and shit like that. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.